Welcome to Madison Public Library in Madison, Ohio's Theater of the Mind, Shakespeare Edition. Today we begin with Act 1, Scene 7 of William Shakespeare's famous tragedy Macbeth. To hear more of Macbeth, like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. In this final scene of Act 1, Lady Macbeth and Macbeth make decisions that have ramifications for the remainder of the play. Lady Macbeth is played by D.C. and Macbeth by Joe P.
If it were done when 'tis done, then 'twere well it were done quickly. If the assassination could trammel up the consequence, and catch with a surcease success, that but this blow might be the be-all, and the end-all here. But here, upon this bank, and shoal of time, will jump the life to come. But in these cases we still have judgment here. But we but teach bloody instructions, which, being taught, return to plague the inventor. This even-handed justice commends the ingredients of our poison chalice to our own lips. He's here in double trust. First, as I am his kinsman and his subject, strong both against the deed, then, as his host, who should against his murderer shut the door, not bear the knife myself. Besides, this Duncan hath borne his faculties so meek, hath been so clear in his great office, that his virtues will plead like angels, trumpet-tongued, against the deep damnation of his taking off. In pity, like a naked newborn babe, striding the blast, or heaven's cherubim, horsed upon the slightless couriers of the air, shall blow the horrid deed in every eye, that tears shall drown the wind. I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, but only vaulting ambition, which o'erleaps itself and falls on the other. How now? What news?
He has almost supped. Why have you left the chamber?
Hath he asked for me?
Know you not he has?
We will proceed no further in this business. He hath honored me of late, and I have brought golden opinions from all sorts of people, which would be worn now in their newest gloss, not cast aside so soon.
Was the hope drunk, wherein you dress yourself? Hath it slept since, and wakes it now, to look so green and pale? And what it did so freely, from this time, such I account thy love, art thou affirmed, to be the same in thine own act and valor, as thou art in desire. Wouldst thou have this, which thou esteems the ornament of life, and live a coward in thine own esteem? Bleeding I dare not wait upon, I would, like the poor cat, I the adage.
Prithee, peace. I dare do all that may become a man. Who dares do more is none.
What beast wasn't then that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do, then you were a man, and to be more than what you were, you would be so much more than man. Nor time nor place did then adhere, and yet you would make both. They have made themselves, and that their fitness now does unmake you. I have given suck, and know how tender 'tis to love the babe that milks me. I would, wise in smiling in thy face, have plucked my nipple from his boneless gums, and dashed the brains out, and I had so sworn as you have done to this.
If we should fail?
We fail, but screw your courage to the sticking place, and will not fail when Duncan is asleep, whereto the rather shall his day's hard journey soundly invite him, his two chamberlains. Will I with wine and wassail so convince that memory, the water of the brain, shall be a fume and the receipt of reason, a limbeck only, when in swinish sleep their drenched nature lie as in death. What cannot you and I perform upon the unguarded Duncan? What not put upon his spongy officers, who shall bear the guilt of our great quell?
Bring forth men and children only, for thy undaunted metal should compose nothing but males. Will it not be received when we have marked with blood those sleepy two of his own chamber, and used their very daggers, that they have done it?
Who dares receive it other, as we shall make our griefs and clamor war upon his death?
I am settled, and bend up each corporal agent to this terrible feat. Away, and mock the time with fairest show. False face must hide what the false heart doth know.
And this was Act 1, Scene 7 of Macbeth. Thank you to Dee and Joe. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for the next scene of Macbeth. Also, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest.